People talk about anti-aging creams and miracle supplements, but the real question is what actually moves the needle on biological age. When scientists measure aging through DNA methylation, telomeres, or cellular resistance, 5 lifestyle factors stand out, and they change your data in a measurable way. There's a myth that aging is mostly genetic, that your DNA decides when decline happens. In reality, only about 20 to 30% of lifespan variation is genetic. The rest entirely depends on how you live. Sleep, movement, nutrition, exercise, stress, connection, all of these things. Number 1, sleep, the underrated repair system. Sleep isn't passive. It's when the brain clears waste, the body recharges, and DNA repair accelerates. Poor sleep quality and chronic sleep loss literally accelerate epigenetic aging. In other words, your biological clock ticks faster. Short sleepers have shorter telomeres, meaning their cells potentially age sooner. Optimal appears to be somewhere between 7 and 9 hours, depending on your lifestyle. Too little, less than 6 for most people, or too much, more than 9 hours for most people, both correlate with higher mortality. Mechanistically, sleep deprivation alters DNA methylation profiles, the chemical tags that control which genes get turned on and off. It also causes mitochondrial dysfunction, leaving your cells, or you, energy starved and inflamed. In short, every hour of good sleep is a form of anti-aging therapy. Number 2, exercise, the strongest evidence in humans. Across decades of research, physical activity consistently outperforms every pill tested. Regular movers live about 4 years longer, which is directly attributed to movement and exercise itself. Even something like a 10-minute brisk walk per day adds nearly a year of life expectancy. Aerobic training improves cardiovascular health and brain health. Resistance training maintains muscle mass, glucose control, bone strength, and a high intensity adds further longevity. Interval training, vigorous sports, anything that challenges the heart and lungs. Interestingly, the longest lived athletes aren't endurance specialists, but those in mixed full-body sports, like gymnastics or pole vaulting, activities that maintain strength, coordination, and flexibility over decades. The takeaway is this: consistency first, intensity second. 3. Diet, the foundation of every intervention. Caloric restriction remains one of the main models that's looked at for slowing biological age. In something like the calorie trial, healthy adults who ate roughly 25% fewer calories over 2 years had reduced markers of cellular senescence and improved insulin sensitivity, inflammation, and DNA repair capacity. Although the trial has its downsides, it's also hard to translate into the real world. Researchers are looking into calorie restriction mimetics, dietary patterns, or compounds that trigger the same pathways as calorie restriction. For most, the Mediterranean-style diet is the most evidence-based. Whole food, olive oil, vegetables, fresh fruit, sufficient protein. It's associated with longer telomeres, lower inflammation, and reduced risk for nearly every disease. No expensive powders, just metabolic stability built on real food. 4. Stress management. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, and high cortisol shortens telomeres. Long-term meditators, by contrast, show longer telomeres and higher telomerase activity, the enzyme that repairs them. 12-week mindfulness or yoga interventions reduce cortisol, oxidative stress, and even shift gene expression patterns related to inflammation. The mechanism is psychological as well as biological. Meditation changes stress appraisal, how we interpret or see a challenge, and reduces perseverative cognition, the endless looping of worry that we go through. If you can break that cycle, the biology calms with it. Your mind and your body aren't two separate pathways, they're connected more than most people think. 5. Integration. When those levers combine, the effects amplify each other. In one 8-week program combining diet, exercise, sleep optimization, and stress management, participants reversed epigenetic age by up to 3.7 years. In other words, synergy beats a single intervention. Among lifestyle factors, if you're interested, here is how they rank by impact. 1. Exercise. It has the largest independent effect. 2. Sleep, which is a critical modifier, and poor sleep obviously negates gains across all the other aspects of life. Diet, number 3, has a foundational input. 4. Stress management. And 5. Often overlooked social connection. Together, all of them outperform any pharmaceutical currently available. Your biological age isn't fixed. It's an adaptive reflection of how your body interprets your lifestyle and environment. When you move, eat, rest, and recover intelligently, your cells read that situation, that environment, and you age more slowly. If you want to understand these levers and others more, subscribe, because that's what we will dive into.